Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name is Amanda, and today I want to share with you my February book haul. So I didn't purchase a whole lot of books during the month of February. My local library had their library book sale, so I was trying to hold off for that, and then I went and there wasn't a whole lot there. I got a couple of books, but not a whole lot. I went to the thrift store once, didn't really find anything. So I do have a few things here though, and I actually purchased some books new this month as well. So I will share those with you. But the first books that I wanted to share with you were kindly sent to me by a publisher, and that would be Little Bee Books. And they sent me the Gemini Mysteries, books 1, and then an advanced reader copy of book 2. So I have The North Star and The Cat's Paw. The Cat's Paw comes out in June of 2020. So yeah, final copy of one, arc of the other. I have no idea really what these are about, but it seems to be that they are middle grade books that are mysteries. And I'm not a whole lot sure what else. So I figured I would try this one out, and if I like it, I'll read this one and potentially share them with my kids as well. So I'm looking forward to potentially getting into those. Next, I'm going to share with you the books that I purchased new. So the first one that I went ahead and got is The Promised Neverland by Kayushirai. I'm not 100% sure on that pronunciation. This is a manga, and yeah, I added this to my TBR last year and then put it on my 2020 TBR because I would like to at least attempt a manga this year. My library didn't have it, and it wasn't super expensive on Amazon, so I just went ahead and picked it up. I was putting in a book order anyway, and so figured I'd go ahead and grab it so that I didn't have an excuse not to read it for my 2020 TBR since the library doesn't have it. But this is a fantasy manga, and I'm not 100% sure really what else this is about. It's about kids at an orphanage, and like there's more to it than what meets the eye sort of situation. But anyway, so I went ahead and grabbed that one. Another one that I purchased new from Amazon is This Tender Land by William Kent Kruger. This is one that I really want to read. William Kent Kruger is doing, I've said this in multiple videos, I'm a broken record, but he is doing an author appearance or an author event at one of the local libraries close to me. And yeah, so I wanted to read this before I went to that, but the wait list at the library is like forever and a mile long because of the author event. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. I'm excited to read this. It comes highly recommended from Katie at Life Between Words, and it is about 4 little kids that go to like an Indian training school, which is where they sent the Native American children to educate them, and these 4 kids end up running away from the school basically, and so you're following them. But yeah, so I want to read that, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get my hands on it in time for what I wanted, so I just went ahead and grabbed it. And then the last book that I picked up new is Wolf Hollow by Lauren Woke, and this is one that I just found at the library. It was on an end cap, and I picked it up because of the cover, because the cover is beautiful. You have these trees, it's all words, it's all foiled. See if I can get a shot of it. There it is. But it is just beautiful. So I went ahead and grabbed it because of the cover and then read the back of it. And it is about a little girl who is basically, it's set during World War II. And she lives in this town. There is a veteran that lives in town from World War I, and then a bully moves to town, and the bully is starting to pick on the veteran, and it's about this little girl who is standing up against the bully. And the writing, I started reading the library copy, and the writing in this is so beyond beautiful that I had to own it. So I just went ahead and bought it, and I'm planning on finishing this during middle grade March. So yeah, that is the game plan for that. So excited to get to that. And then these last 4 that I'm going to share with you are ones that I got from my library book sale. So I only got 1 middle grade for myself. I got a couple for my kids that I can't find right now. So It is what it is. But the one that I went ahead and grabbed is Writing Freedom by Pam Munoz Ryan. As you know, Pam Munoz Ryan is one of my all-time favorite authors, and this is a super, super tiny book. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm assuming it's about a horse because there's a horse on the cover. No idea. I just know it's Pam Munoz Ryan, and I might read this one during middle grade March as well. And then I also picked up Dead Wake by Eric Larson. This is about the sinking of the Lusitania. I believe it's nonfiction, but it is in like brand new condition and just sounded fantastic. So I grabbed that. I grabbed one of my all-time favorite books that I hadn't owned before. I had my eye out for it for a while, and I can't believe I found a copy, and it's brand new, and that is Necessary Lies by Diane Chamberlain. This I read like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and to this day, it just makes me feel all the feels and think all the things. And I think I rated it 4 stars when I read it, and I really need to go back and up that because since sitting on it for a while, it's definitely one of my favorite books. It is about you follow two different characters. It's in the 1960s in North Carolina, and one of the characters is a social worker, and the other character is like a 16-year-old girl that she is helping, that the social worker is helping. And it covers the eugenics movement in the 1960s that was still happening, where they would basically involuntarily sterilize either people of low income or people who had mental disabilities. And so this book was fantastic. Loved it, and I can't believe I found a copy finally. I'm so excited. And then the last one I picked up, I've never heard of before, and I just read the back of it and it sounded good. So that is Flight of Dreams by Ariel Lawhon. I believe she is the author of I Was Anastasia, which a lot of people really, really love. But this is about the Hindenburg and its final flight. And so you're following how many people? It says 7 people. Wait. Yeah, 97 people on board the Hindenburg, and among them there's a frightened stewardess, a steadfast navigator, a naive cabin boy, an impetuous journalist, and an enigmatic American businessman. And so you're kind of following their lives from the time they get on the Hindenburg until its demise. And so it just sounded really interesting. An event that I've never read about before. And yeah, and like I said, brand new condition. So picked that up. And that's it. Those are all the books that I got during February. So I call that a success as far as trying not to buy as many books. So anyway, if you've read any of these, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, what is one book that you bought this month that you were really excited about? I think out of all of these, my favorite one that I bought that I've already read is Necessary Lies, obviously. And the one that I'm most excited to read is probably a tie between Wolf Hollow and This Tender Land. So anyway, like I said, if you've read any of these, I'd love to know your opinions on them. And other than that, I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.